we had a pretty big dust up. It was the third dry year of this drought cycle. People were losing their wells and so forth, and all of a sudden we had a lot of noise coming out of the Paso Robles Basin. We need to do something, and we had an environmental activist group making demands, and we had an agricultural group making demands as well. And then before the summer was over, last summer, 2013, those two groups came together and proposed a water district, a new water district. This new water district would be a new government. So if formed, it would technically, it would literally be a new government that has the authority to tax and regulate landowners in the unincorporated area. So keep that in mind, in the unincorporated area. Those are the 4,000 plus landowners that do not live in the city limits, or Templeton counts here, or have a water service. Anybody that's depending on their wells on their private property would be affected by this district. I never opposed the district. All I've ever asked for, and finally I think we've achieved, is those landowners need to have the ability to vote whether they want to be part of the district or they do not. So in this packet, and I'm going to be jumping around with you a little bit, but you have a little chart in there, little box chart. Talks about the process at LAFCO if you want to form a district, a water district, a road district, any kind of district. You go to LAFCO with a petition of landowners and you ask to form a district, and you have hearings and so forth and so on. You can see in this chart at the bottom it shows this water district went off track a little bit, or off the norm, in that it went to Sacramento and asked for special legislation, kind of a hybrid creation, to work on its special district. But ordinarily, you would just go straight across the big boxes. But the box at the far right talks about 3 votes that would take place if a petition was filed at LAFCO for a water district, and the LAFCO board, that's made up of some supervisors and some city council throughout the county, decided that this district looks legal and the process looks, good, okay. It would go to vote, formation vote. But in this case, the proponents of the district are asking for a formation vote. And that's just simply, do you want a water district or do you not? Do you want this new government created or do you not? In this case, they were using a process that's commonly used to create irrigation districts all over the state. When you're farming and you want to bring water to your fields, you might get together with your neighbors and you decide you're going to pay for a pipe or whatever it takes to get water to your fields. It's often done on a per acre vote, 1 acre, 1 vote. And that's kind of a benefit assessment. If I'm farming 100 acres and you're farming 1,000 acres, you're going to have more votes, you're going to pay more for the water to get there, and you're going to use more and get the most benefit. So an acreage vote is not uncommon in California. But in this case, the proposed district incorporates many, many, many landowners that are not irrigated agriculturists. So it's kind of, in my mind, a process for creating an irrigation district, only it was being used in something that wasn't really an irrigation district. So all along I was saying, you know what? If you're going to create a government and it has the authority to tax people's property and regulate the use of water on their property, then they certainly should have a chance to vote on whether or not they want this district. In the case, when it's set up on an acreage vote, in this case in the Paso Basin, 30 of the largest landowners could vote yes, we want a district. 4,000 other landowners of various sizes could vote no. 30 to 4,000, and the 30 will win. So that was not okay with me. So I spent some time over the past year up in Sacramento trying to amend the legislation to include that formation vote.